Hello, this is a quick and easy guide on how to do a write using a KessV2 tool. In the last video, we covered how to do a read, and the steps are all pretty much the same. There's just a couple differences, so we'll just cover those in the video. Before we move on, now is a good time just to get your tool connected to your laptop and plug your OBD2 port in. So once we open the software, we want to click on the little car icon, and this will bring up this page here. The top left box in the corner where it says manufacturers, this will be your car list, all the different types of cars. So you pick whichever car you are obviously reading or writing or using your tool on. The box in the top right corner where it says model, this is where you'll pick the model of whatever car you are reading or writing. So say we're doing, in our case we're doing a Volkswagen, so we pick Volkswagen, and then we will find Bora in the model section. So once you've picked your manufacturer and your model, you will see a whole list of ECUs that have been used for that car and that model. So you want to find your specific ECU. How do we know what ECU we need to look for? Well, it all depends on your car, so you need to physically go and look at your ECU. You'll see a little kind of sticker on it that says the make of the ECU. So in my case, as you can see, the sticker on the ECU says EDC 15 plus, so that is the ECU that we will be looking for on this list. So once we find our ECU, we press OK, and it brings us onto this page. It gives us a couple of options, but in this video we're just focusing on the writing section. So once we select write, the software is going to then ask us what file we actually want to write onto this ECU. So it could be your DPF delete, your whatever you had done to the map. In this case, this ECU is getting a immobilizer delete. The software will then ask us if we want to do a partial write or a total write. The difference between the two is depending on what you're actually doing to the ECU. So if you're doing a partial write, you would have took a partial read, and this read contains like your torque maps, your driver's wish, all that sort of stuff. And if you took a total read, it is more so the software side, so this contains your immobilizer and a few other bits. So in our case, we have to do a total write since we messed around with the immobilizer. After this warning will come up which says please connect your vehicle to a stabilized battery charger. So we need to hook up our battery to a battery charger. This is because our ECU needs a stable voltage supply while it's writing, because if it drops below a certain kind of voltage level, it can actually end up breaking our ECU. Now it asks us to switch on the dashboard and check if the connections are okay. You will notice that before we start writing, the software asks us a couple times to turn the dashboard on and turn it back off. This just allows the ECU to communicate with the tool. This warning will come up, we just ignore it, press OK on that, switch off the dashboard, so we switch off our ignition, switch it back on. And just like that, the tool has ID'd the ECU. It will ask us to proceed to write. We press OK. Then this another warning pops up where it asks us if we have selected the correct file. So we just want to make sure that the file we are writing is actually meant for the ECU that we are, using. Now the file will begin writing. This part is obviously sped up, but it gives you your remaining time, usually around 6 to 7 minutes. It will just ask us to switch the dashboard off one more time. So we click OK, and our ECU writing has been complete. That is pretty much it. You can now back out all of this, close our software, and that is how you write a file onto your ECU using a KessV2 tool. One thing I will mention is just to do your research on your ECU before you use a KessV2 clone. They're very good for EDC 15, 16, but for EDC 17, it's probably best not to use a Kess. So yeah, just do your research, ask the Discord, do a Google search just to figure out if your ECU is actually compatible with a KessV2 clone.